People have been killed in a horror crash on the N2 highway in North KwaZulu-Natal. The accident happened between Pongola and Ichelajuba. Now, KZN Emergency Services spokesperson Robert McKenzie joins us on the line from KZN. Robert, thank you for your time. A horror crash by the sounds of it. Can you give us any details as to how this happened?
Yeah, good afternoon and to you and your viewers. Yes, like you said, a horrific crash has occurred. It's occurred right in the northern area of KZN, right up next to the Eswatini border. And we know that a truck and a bakkie that was transporting school children are involved in the crash. It did occur earlier this afternoon, and we know that at least 8 children and 2 adults have died in this crash.
I've travelled in that area before, and I do know that it is heavy with trucks on an ordinary day. What can you tell us about that stretch of road in terms of accidents that have perhaps happened there before? Is it a concerning part of the road where this accident took place?
I'm not on scene myself. Our paramedics are on scene, so I don't know the exact section of road that it has occurred on. But like you said, it is a busy section of road that does have trucks on it, and it's quite busy with trucks. So motorists travelling in the area do need to be cautious.
Of course, of concern immediately, if you said it was a truck and a bakkie that was transporting children, one supposes that when investigations start as to the cause of the accident, that questions will be asked about the safety of children being transported in vehicles that really aren't made for that.
Yeah. That is a concern, and that has been a concern for a while. However, as an EMS person, I can't comment on that because there are legalities involved in such a question. Therefore, for questions or answers to questions like that, I need to refer you either to the police or the road traffic inspectorate, because as I mentioned, there are legalities involved, and as EMS spokesperson, I can't weigh in on that question.
Absolutely understand that, Robert. What can you tell us about what your team on the ground are telling you about the scene of where this accident took place? Has the accident scene been cleared? And in terms of 10 people losing their lives, how many others are injured?
As far as I'm aware, the crash scene is not cleared at this stage. Remember, it's not as simple as just towing all the vehicles away. There is an investigation that needs to take place. And for that investigation to start, normally the police and the crash investigation unit needs to come to the scene and photograph the scene and photograph any possible skid marks, etc. At the scene. And then only can the process of clearing the scene start. Especially on what we call a high-profile crash like this, investigations need to commence before we clear the scene up. As you mentioned earlier, also in terms of people being injured, we do know that 1 child was transported to hospital in a critical condition.
Okay, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for that update. KZN Emergency Services spokesperson Robert McKenzie giving us all the information that he is able to give us at this time. And it did confirm that the accident scene has not been cleared as yet.